I'll say it was very important for us to go out and play our last home game in Waldo Stadium. It was emotional for me, I know, at the beginning of the game and at the end because, I won't play here again. So I feel like getting this win was important for me and the seniors, for the rest of the seniors on the team.
For me, it was emotional, but to me, like all the emotions were kind of hitting me last night when I was just thinking about laying in bed. Just the fact that we've sacrificed so much to get here. Like even like last summer, we just waking up 5 o'clock in the morning, come here, putting in that work, and the fact that we're never gonna be able to go out that tunnel and have it mean something again. I'm just glad that we ended it. We ended it on the right note, and I couldn't choose a better group of seniors than the ones that I'm blessed to be around today.
For me, it was just doing it for my brothers, and I know they wanted to win as bad as I did, and just sitting them off on the right note as long as we just fought hard and just walked off the field with no regrets, and I would have been satisfied, and I just love the way they fought throughout the game, so just sending them off on the right note was my main thing.
You fought too, baby. Good job.
Appreciate it.
Well, for me, it's been electrifying, coming out playing in front of our crowd. They're a great crowd. The Stewart section is phenomenal. And the energy that they give us off the just being there and yelling, and I don't feel like you get that nowhere else.
For me, it's definitely been a great experience, and just the fact that those guys have been showing up, day in, day out. Except for this year a little bit. I got to call a spade, but those guys have really had our backs, especially on my whole tenure since I've been here. And it's just like Darius just said, like we feed off that. Like those guys make all that noise. Sometimes the other team and they start to get rattled when our stands start going crazy, and our defense just keep piping them up. And then for us, whenever the offense gets in the red zone, we just hear them. And then like the other team, they get nervous because they know that we're feeding off that. So the fans are probably one of the top 3 most important things that go into us winning a football game, and I just can't wait to get those guys back to filling Waldo Stadium. I can't wait till when I come back and watch the game here, and it's gonna be hard for me to get a seat there because there's gonna be so many people. So I just can't wait for that day to come.
For me, it's been amazing. Just being here from 1-11 all the way to now. It's just seeing the changes made as far as the fans and around the building, and just playing in the stadium under the lights, seeing so many people, so many fans and supporters, and family and friends, students. It's an amazing feeling that can never be taken away.
No, not really. I mean, we Coach did just mention about 5 minutes ago, and the thing about us, like we are Team 112, so yeah, it's pretty cool that he just said it, but we don't really care about that right now. Like that's something you look at probably 5 years from now. But right now, we're just worried about just going out there and now the fact that we have control of our own destiny, meaning that we're back in the driver's seat in terms of the MAC race and stuff like that. That's the only thing we're worried about. So yeah, it's pretty cool to know, but it's just something you can just look at later. I mean, yeah, so the thing, first off, I just want to say that Matt Falcon, I'm going to take my hat off to him because he's been through so much, and the fact that he's here playing confidently, just trusting it, just trusting it and trusting the process and trusting himself. He's such a strong kid, and the fact that he's going out there he's running guys over. This is his first career carry in a game that matters. He was out there, I think his long was like a 33-yard run. So I'm just so proud of him. And also Rashawn Davey. He had to learn the whole running back playbook in a week. And the fact that he was able to go out there and learn the blocking scheme, hit the blocks right, it just shows the type of work ethic that he has. So yeah, we have a couple guys that are banged up right now, and those guys will be back. So I mean, we already know how good they are. But the fact that we have guys like that who can just step up on a short notice and really step in, not step up, because we say step in, not step up, because and when you step in, that means you got to fill the shoes of the guy in front of you. The expectation doesn't drop, so those guys do step in, and they really did a great job, and I'm proud of them.
I feel like that's another great accomplishment for us and this team, and I'm just excited to see where we're going. I'm not really focused on the bowl game right now, but it is in the back of my head that we at least going to go to a bowl game, and I guess I'm excited for it.
I'll say the same thing on the DP just said. Yeah, I'm not really focused on it, but at the same time, the fact that we just mentioned it, now it's just kind of like it's kind of exciting. Like, ooh, we're gonna get to train a little bit more. Our guys are gonna get developed a little bit more, and we might, and we will get a chance to go somewhere and have fun and be with Team 112 for a little bit while longer. But I'm just focused on the next game, NIU, and this upcoming week of practice.
I feel like it's a great accomplishment, but at the same time, we still got to keep the main thing. And right now, our main focus is finishing the season strong and getting to that MAC championship.
I feel like we fed off the sideline and the crowd. The energy from the crowd and the sideline really helped us out, and I feel like I could tell on the field we had players dancing and they wanted to play, having fun. So I feel like the crowd and the sideline helped us out a lot.
I feel like we played pretty well, and we stayed together most of all. That was the main thing. That was the most important thing to me, is that we stayed together. We had a few plays that they got on us, even when they scored, and we just picked each other up, and kept telling each other just to focus on the next play. And communication was key, and we communicated the entire game, I feel, and the sideline did boost us up when we came to the sideline. We had guys from the offense coming over, young guys just cheering us on.
I feel like it's a great accomplishment that I'm proud of, and I just could thank the defensive line for getting pressure on the quarterback and giving me the opportunity to go and make the interception. And I just thank my coaches, Coach Sanders and Coach Dawes came in here and taught me new techniques, and I trusted it, and it's working. So,
man, I was proud of the seniors. I mean, these guys are the winningest class in the history of this school, and have been through a lot, and have picked this team up and put us in a pretty good position, and happy for DP getting in the end zone. I think that's a FBS record. Did he tie it or break it? Tied.
FBS record for interceptions, but
Yeah.
it's his 12th run back
For a touchdown.
which is a
Unbelievable. And obviously Jarv carrying the load, just under 200 yards. He did an unbelievable job. We ran behind Chooks and Donnie all day. Spillane got a pick six. I mean, all the guys that have been here for 4 years took care of business, and I thought we fought better. I still don't think we fought as good as we need to, but we definitely fought better. Our energy was better on the sideline, and it will continue to be. And I thought they kept fighting. I thought the defense played a great second half, and we found a way to run for 300 yards against 10 in the box. It was 10 in the box. The one good thing about this week is from the first play to the last play, they had 10 in the box. So it wasn't like they were going to make any halftime adjustments. There was no physically more people to put in the box than were in the box from the first play to the last play. So, and we had talked all week about just being patient with it and knowing that when we did hit it, it'd be a long one. And I was happy for Davey at the end, our walk-on wide-out turned running back, who hit one. We got Regan in to kick an extra point, another senior. So it was a good day overall. Yeah, I mean, you obviously don't want to let them come back. I mean, Darius unfortunately dropped that ball, and then they ran the jet sweep reverse on us, and they got us on one play. And so it was frustrating, and it was good for us to go through it, and just kept telling them, don't break, just keep playing, and they did. And it was good for us to have to live through that and really be able to get back on top so quickly. There have been times it's taken us, 3, 4, 5 drives or even a quarter to just start swinging back and have something land. And we got right back on top of them, and defense was huge on that. And obviously special teams had a lot to say. And unfortunately, Darius had another one called back today, which is crazy, so they kick it to him, I was happy to see that he got some opportunities, and we felt that way all week, that we were going to get some opportunities back there because they hadn't squibbed really yet this year. So I was happy with the way we were able to get it back. By halftime, we were back up 2 scores, and it was showed a little bit of fight. Better than last week. Not great, but better than last week. He's going to have to be able to throw the ball for us to win this thing, and that's our plan. So So I'm sure we threw it too much for some people, but that was by design. It will help our run game that they know we have the ability to pass. And he had some big ones. He had, I think, 2 drops. Did a couple things with his feet that helped us. And he was better. He's going to be hard on himself. I'm going to be hard on him. And he's going to only get better, And I really thought our receivers played well. They didn't get it was physical out there. They're playing cover 0, press across the board. So it was a physical game out there today. And I thought Anton made some contested catches. I thought Keyshawn made a couple contested catches. And that's something we haven't done to this point. And I was proud that they stepped up and helped the young kid. And we threw it 19 times. That's crazy when 19's a lot. But it's good that we're going to continue to do that. We got Eskridge and some quality guys out there, and we have to do that so we don't tax Jarvin Falcon either. That quickly, amazing, right? Matt, I was so happy for him. He's been through a lot mentally. Injuries are just as much mental as they are physical. And he has been fighting. He hadn't played football in 2.5 years, and I really felt like he got faster as the game went on. He ran a stretch there at the end that he was moving. Now, he was moving too fast. He needs to, the saying with zone is slow too fast through. And he was just too excited. And he actually overran a couple holes because he was moving so fast. But I was proud of him. He held on to the ball. That was my concern with him was, hey, you haven't run the ball in 2.5 years. You need to hold on to the ball. Don't be loose with it. And he did a good job. And Rashawn, we brought in the moment we found out about Tuck and Bogan last week, and he started learning. And Leo's a little banged up, so we didn't want to put him in, and we didn't want to burn the shirt of the young kid. And those kids love Rashawn, And man, they went nuts when he scored. I was screaming at him to stay off. They all wanted to run down and celebrate with him because they were proud of him, And but I was proud of the way he learned the position and got out there. No. We have so many things we need to work on. We're gonna break in our quarterback and have his 3rd start, next week. And I did ask late in the 4th quarter someone on the sideline how that game was going because I knew that would put us in a chance to control our own destiny somewhat, And that's a team we watch anyway. I mean, Ohio is the closest thing to us that there is. How we knew what they were going to do out there today was when Ohio played Kent. That's how you stop. When you're trying to stop Ohio is how you try to stop us, So I think they're a really well-coached football team, and I knew it was going to be a really good game. And I'm just happy we got ourselves into the exact same position that we were in 2 years ago. We have the same 2 last games, the same 2 places in 2015, and we've got ourselves in a position where we can compete for it. We changed coverage behind it. We blitz a lot all the time. We felt like we had a really good beat on the protections. That's the bottom line. When we talk about our defense, how well you can learn their protections is how how many times you're going to hit the quarterback. And we had a really good beat on what they were doing, which just we can put our blitz on the stress of their protection if you know what it is. And we felt like we had a pretty good idea by their formations and by where they're back aligned. So we were able to put them in some tough blocks. When we get some of our guys in gaps or on a linebacker on a running back is, especially on a cross key running back, is a very tough block because you don't get over there till it's too late, and our linebackers are pretty quick. So I was proud of the way we attacked. I thought we played on their side of the line of scrimmage most of the day. They popped a couple runs, and even when they did, our pursuit did a good job of making it a 7-yard game. And they just kept fighting. I thought the defense. I was very impressed with the way they played. They got the one big pass play down the middle, and. Unfortunately, Obi got banged up, so we're going to see how he feels. We moved him to safety this week, and then he got banged up in there, and hopefully he's okay. But I was really proud of how they played and tackled and got after the quarterback, and even late when they started getting a little chippy, and our guys didn't take the bait. They just kept getting up. They did what they should do and what they'll continue to do. Feels great. I never went to one when I was here. You know, it was a different time. I mean, we won 7, we won 8-3 once. It didn't go. We won the MAC championship game and lost the MAC championship game and didn't go to a bowl game. So, to be able to wear this logo and have a chance to go represent our, our school and go to a bowl game is something I've always wanted to do. And now we have a chance to do it. But more importantly, we're still in it. And that's goal number 1. I mean, the bowl eligible was on that goal list too, but it's down a little bit. So I'm excited that we accomplished it. I'm excited for these guys. They'll be the first class ever to go to 4, but right now we got Northern on our mind, and they're a good team. So it's going to be it'll be a battle. I would give the seniors credit. I give them all credit. I mean, I challenged them this week. For the way the last 10 minutes went, not the 50. I was proud of the 50 minutes of that Central Michigan game, but not the last 10. I was embarrassed. It hurt, and hurt them too. And they had to look at it, watch it, swallow it, and move forward. And admit it. A lot of very honest conversations in this room last week about what we looked like the last 10 minutes, and we watched it. And the guy coming off the field at halftime was like, your guys look pretty good. What are you going to say at halftime? And it was the easiest halftime speech of all time. It was just like last week, almost the same score. So it wrote itself, and they came out and did what they should do. I don't think the offense did. I was all over them on the sideline because I don't think we scored enough in the second half, So. I just going to keep challenging them to play longer because the next 2 teams we play are going to play for 60 minutes, and they're not going to stop, and we have to challenge ourselves to go in there and do the same thing,